video because I love Keydo. Keydo is my favorite member of Nonz. So this, video is a big spoiler for Keydo. And the reason why I am doing it is because if I don't spoil it, it won't be natural. And what I mean by it won't be natural, that means it won't be naturally possible. So what Keydo is putting emphasis on Keydo or liking Keydo is literally Keydo is the original Big Al formula through and through. And everything like Yumi Neji, fucking Jume, literally, that's all for propaganda. That's covered in martial arts, but not really, going towards, the level of streetly. Yumi Neji is a streetly. So, let's get to the fact that Keydo literally has the best fighting ability, the best, backflips, literally the best, hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, spree made for weapons, his spit wads, which literally, he throws his spit wad on you and it explodes. His bubble gum, that literally traps you and makes you sticky. His paper airplanes and his little robots that he makes for a machine. Keydo is the most important member of Nonz because he is the reason why Nonz is unbalanced. And he is back, when anime literally had the original formula, the original Chigurumaro formula. So this is everything you need to know about Keydo. Keydo is the youngest member of Nonz. He's also literally the 5th member, and he's just as far as Motor Hero in some ways, but he's the dumbest, member overall. Literally, so Gabaya, Motor Hero and Keydo are 3 tactical strategists. And I heard the voice of God, back when I was a junior in high school. Keydo is the strongest. No, Motor Hero is the smartest, but in actuality, Gabaya is the smartest. So this is the reason why I used to love riding Nonz in high school. It was just playing Ultra Ninja Storm and Nonz, Ultra Ninja Storm and Nonz. Literally, the fight scenes literally in Nonz are based off, when I was a sophomore playing Ultra Ninja Storm 2 and Generations, And Generations is when I get characters like, Barhawk, what I do, then I play off it, and that's the whole meaning of what flow is. So Keydo's literally dream is to own a toy shop. His father is Kanabi of Deathwire. So let's get to the real nitty gritty of this video. Why Keydo is my favorite character, why he represents me the most, why literally he is one of the best and typical member of the Seabot saga, and so on, and he's dumber than Billy from Billy and Mandy, but he's the most lovable character. Not only was he Stephanie's favorite character, he was the reason why literally the original, anime, the original, manga that looks like anime, was the original anime formula. So I'm gonna flat out say it, literally, the original anime formula literally is not being supported, okay? Cutting shit off, really making anime for drip and drip alone, literally, for propaganda, and we're not getting to anything. That was worse than Ivy's literally obsessing with Justin Bieber. So this is the entire Keydo timeline, literally. So this is a spoiler video, so click off the video right now if you do not want to be spoiled. So first off, I'm going to start off literally with my cousin Jeremy, and the first time he came over when we watched Code Geass, literally after I played Code Leo Go on the CD. Literally, and we had a really intense match. We actually had a match on the same level of intelligence as Keydo. And literally, and what ended up happening, and Jeremy is also Uncle David's, youngest son. So, what happens literally is in the original rough draft of the manga, when Keydo literally doesn't have, the spiky hair, or the one spike on his hair, where he has literally a hairdo that's similar to Neji's, and what ends up happening is he fights this bull, literally, and the bull throws their tree, literally, and he slices it up in a whole bunch of, pieces. That was back when I was working on anime openings, like the second opening for Nonz was about to be Shining Ray, the One Piece opening, I stopped giving a fuck. So, in order for you to recognize, Keydo, and the true pureness of Keydo, all the way, is, literally, Keydo's, literally, first fight and most memorable fight was against this guy named Nature Boy. So what ends up happening, with him and Nature Boy, so, Morgan, if you're watching, literally, that means you must watch all spoiler videos of Nonz if you're part of the Nonz crew, or if you want to see the real highlight of Nonz, because this is the most informative video of Nonz. Okay, so anyway, what happens is Keydo fights Nature Boy, literally, in the original, while Keydo fights, Devil Boy, literally, and what ends up happening is, the fight between Kei and Maru and, Keydo is based off his original fight with Devil Boy, where, Devil Boy sticks his tail literally in Keydo's stomach literally, and Keydo has to do the same thing basically in order to kill him. So the original fight was with Devil Boy literally, and the second fight was with Keydo literally, where Nature Boy has him on the ropes literally, and literally Keydo throws a boomerang and then it comes back into a whole bunch of boomerangs, and Keydo calls it Boomerang Bang. Now, Boomerang Bang doesn't work on Toad Kai because he's physical literally, and his tongue literally smacks Keydo around for the entire match literally, and Keydo doesn't, win, but he loses by a little bit, which is why Nonz is one of the most original animes ever. Literally, as Courtney says, these people are from the devil. So what ends up happening is Keydo has the most gameplays, has the highest gameplays of any member in Nonz. So what ends up happening is we recognize that, Keydo's role, over time in Nonz is, actually correcting Motor Heroes, in the meantime. So, his biggest, role, literally in the Zofio Attack Saga is where he fights Geo. Now, what made their first original writing for Nonz so phenomenal was, Geo was based off Gizmo from the Teen Titans, and he has the same, for, cybernetic Spotter, as so. Literally, so Geo fights Keydo in the original Zofio's attack arc, literally, and Keydo ends up, destroying Geo, so one hit for Geo, one hit for Keydo, literally, so he gets one, so it doesn't matter if he beats Nature Boy or not. And, a PSA, literally, Nature Boy was literally Max's, nickname when we're up in Boy Scouts, okay? So, literally. So, Kanabi is, Keydo's dad, literally, and Kanabi's literally, partner and sidekick right next to, him in Deathwire, literally, is G-Bon, and G-Bon is based off Hedon, literally. So G-Bon the Clown literally is also connected to Keydo's, childhood trauma when Kanabi literally dropped him on his head on purpose. So this is the main, kicker, alright? So, a big spoiler for Nonz. Keydo literally biggest fear is his fear of clowns. So what ends up happening in the future literally is, where it gets to Nonz times 2, literally, so what happens literally to Keydo literally is in Nonz times 2 in the beginning of the time skip, literally he gets his hat backwards like Kevin from Head and Eddie, and his 3 hairs are still sticking out, but his character design from Nonz times 2 is a red hat with the same thing going on, and he already owns a toy shop, literally already completed his goal of all the Nonz members, literally. So aside from another video I made, which was Nonz times 2, literally, where his best friends Beta and Tito go fight Kanabi, for what he did to Keydo in the past. What ends up happening over time, literally, is the first time skip when they go to save Boomer, literally, Geo becomes a good guy, and Geo, betrays Boomer, literally. So what ends up happening, literally, when everybody has their fights, I think Keydo fights Nature Boy, literally, in the time skip where they have, the Zofio Retriever arc, literally, and what ends up happening, literally, is Motor Hero literally gets into, a big argument with Gabaya over literally a team member literally that just got handicapped and crippled, which is Geo, literally. So what ends up happening literally is Motor Hero tries to tame Gabaya, saying if it wasn't for our genius strategies, we wouldn't make it nearly out alive, literally. And so literally what Gabaya said, if it wasn't for your genius strategies, then Geo wouldn't be in a wheelchair. And so for Nonz times 2, literally, when Motor Hero scolds Keydo for being the only one that doesn't improve, literally, he challenges Keydo to a match, literally, and Keydo summons his biggest attack, which is Rock'em Sock'em Robots, where he summons 2 Transformers, literally, and then Motor Hero literally plays with him, literally, and then Better is just like, he's fucking with him, literally, all the way to the point where literally, that Keydo forgets that Motor Hero can control electricity. And what ends up happening, in order for Keydo to regain his respect, literally, and Nonz, is he has to bring the head of a Deathwire member, and he ends up bringing the head of G-Bon the Clown. So anyway, this is literally Keydo's full profile video.